Alright, so it's kind of a wet, dreary Florida Saturday, which kind of fits to the mood for today's video. I'm kind of wondering now if I should have just sold Myles. Should we have kept Myles? I don't know. This week's been kind of a pain. Yeah, it started last Saturday, honestly. Hunting down the AC issues. That's still not resolved. Put the new AC compressor on there with new dryer. Thought we had the switches checked out. And put the new Freon in there, and it did the exact same thing. Where you turn on the full recirculation with the AC, and it just... you know, the compressor will come on and click. You know, it'll turn on for 2 or 3 seconds, then it shuts off. Turn on 2 or 3 seconds, and it shuts off. Occasionally, every so often, the fan would come on with the compressor, thankfully, but it would you know, turn on and run for, you know, maybe 30 seconds, and then it would shut off. We could only get, you know, 2 cans of Freon in there, and it takes about 4 pounds, or, you know, 4 cans of Freon. So that leads me to our current state. Myles hasn't moved since Tuesday because I can't get Myles to start. It won't crank over. There's no fuel pump sound. There's nothing. It's so weird. So we'll take you inside here and kind of show you what's going on. It's really kind of a pain on it, honestly. And, you know, granted, worldwide events and everything going on right now. Okay, so I don't have anything to complain about. I get that. We'll keep it realistic. I don't have anything to complain about, but this really does stink. So yeah, but we were playing with, my dad and I were playing with the AC compressor relay, and there's a green power wire that you splice your fan into, and that green wire goes down to the compressor. And so, you know, he fiddled with it. We were working on that Tuesday morning before he went to work, and I had the day off. And, you know, he decided to switch a couple wires in the relay, and I'll show you that in a minute. But, you know, he decided to swap the green and white wire with the green wire. And so after that, Myles won't start. Yeah, we don't know what happened. All we know is that this is what happens when you turn the key. Now watch this over here. We get our battery light. We get a low fuel light, and I just filled it up. And then see the fuel gauge never moves. Let me turn it off again and show you. See, that never budges. You know, security seems normal. But see, look. See, it moved just a smidge. And there's no, shut up. There's no fuel pump sound whatsoever. We get some weird, it's weird because I do have a humming on the throttle by here, but here, watch this. ABS light goes out. So yeah, that's where we're stuck at. You know, we'll pull it down in neutral. So it doesn't seem to be a neutral safety switch. I was able to jump the starter via the relay. Doesn't seem to be the starter. We'd replace that, but so yeah, it's a little bit of a pain. I honestly don't know what to do just yet. Been looking at the forums and so forth, checking fuses, yada yada yada. I mean, a lot of things are looking good. One thing to check out, you know, just to go through, we've got for inside things to check, you have this ignition number 3, and that one's checked out good so far. You can take a test light to these fuses when the key ignition's on. You know, run your test light from your negative battery cable, and thankfully it does fit up here. And with the ignition on, you know, we can test those. I'll probably just look at it again, but here's one to look at. This one right here, that's turn signals, that doesn't count. There's crank, so that's pretty important. There's the SEO ignition, not sure what that one is, honestly. But yeah, I mean, those are your fuses you can check inside. Let me pause just a second, and we'll just run that through with you. I mean, it doesn't hurt to double check, and it's raining today. I can't move this. I was going to do brakes on the Impala rear brake pads, but it's wet, so I don't want to do it outside. So pause there for a second, I'll come back. Here's ignition fuse 3 right up here. Okay, let's see if I can get it. There we go. So we're checking that. There's ignition 0, which is at the end here. And that one's good. And that one's good. And then this one right here in the middle, this is ignition 1. Don't know what that means, but it's ignition 1. Okay, we got power there. And this crank one here, I'll put that on. This is right here. And then we turn the key onto the crank position, and we got power on both sides. So I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah, we just don't start. So we got to figure out what's going from there. So that's about as much as you can really check there. Let's go inside over this way. So we're in. You know, we got power. Here's the other symptom here. Is that right here there's a hum. I'm gonna rock the ignition relay here. Listen to that. Hear that little whine? Real close. When we just pull it out all together, it goes away. And that little whine comes back. It's kind of strange, it really is. Here comes the rain. Alright, so we still got the ignition on. So here is ignition A. This is our larger fuses here, so hello. Alright, then there's ignition B. Right, which one is this? That's right here, I believe. Alright, so we got power there. So this is good. I'm just kind of running back through here. I've already checked these to my brain is just like soup. And honestly, I'm really tired. I woke up this morning and I'm just whining, so bear with me. And I'm sorry. But woke up this morning, I was like, oh boy, I gotta go check the fuses on the Suburban again to see what's wrong. I did find out. So I wasn't. This is your BCM, your body control module. And sometimes these can have an issue. So that might be something we can check out. I was wondering where this was, but you know that you're taking power from inside and they're running it to your computer outside and transferring data that way. So could be a small issue with that potentially. Don't know yet. Need to research that some more. But basically with the relay issue, here's our AC relay. We'll take a pause there from the investigating. But with the AC relay, what you've got, get out! There we go. So we have a green wire here, and the green solid wire and a green white wire. Dad decided to switch this one with that one, and he swapped them. And I think essentially, I don't know what happened, but essentially what we had was power, two positives grounding out basically. We just don't know where to hunt next to remedy whatever for sure happened. So I just had a rabbit come in my head and I have to chase it. I was curious what it'll do. Because the AC is off. I'm kind of curious if we turn the AC on, if it'll do anything different. We have AC blowing. That killed it. That was interesting. I hope we didn't just, that might have just I might have fried something else. Let's see. I'm gonna turn back on. Okay, so yeah, something that's interesting. So when we turn the key on a couple times, it kills this. It is interesting. See how I turned the key and it killed out the ignition. So what's coming back? I tell you what, this is wacky. I don't know what's going on here, but it's wacky. You know, all the forums say, well, check the grounds, check the grounds. I know, check the grounds. And I mean, that's a valid point. It just seems like it's more of an internal, not eternal, but internal issue. Since there was no grounding issues, I mean, it was running fine. We were thinking maybe there was a PCM or a wiring issue, you know, from our fuse block, maybe something in the computer for the air conditioning, which kind of at the moment is our least of our worries. But it is baffling. But on that note, let's go back. We've still got it in ignition. Put the fuse back in. We'll just hunt down the rest of those fuses so you can see what we're working with. And just some basic, so we're in power, you know, as if we're going to start. We got our home again. Now this fuse right here is called engine 1. So we have a start right there. Okay, so that's good. Then we have ECMB. All right, so we got power here. And I've checked all these fuses and they seem to be good. So here's injection A. Because everything is tied in. There appears to be no fuel. There's no start, no crank to start. You know, so there seems to be like maybe 3 areas that are being affected here. So this is injection A right here. Okay, so that one's good. Let's see here. Here's engine. Do we already check engine E? Well, here's ETC. I don't know what ETC is, other than etc. So we got power there. Here is ignition E. I think this is for ECM. Let's see. Okay, so going through here, window wash pump, AC. Here's ignition C down here, which is kind of interesting. So let's see what this is. A 20 amp. Okay, we got power there. There's another. There's SEO. Let's see what those are. I'm not sure. Let's check them. Okay. Good. All right. Get some, you know, lights and some HVAC over here. Daylight running lights. That's important. There we go. Okay, so what we can do too is just pull some of these relays, and this is, it gets, you almost need a couple hands with this one. But what you can do, where's my, all right, hold that thought. Forgot I could actually, we've got the tripod here. So all right, so this is 30. All right, so we got power here. This will be 85. No power there, no power there, no power there. And we should have extra power when we start it. This is our ignition 1, and I think there's, yeah, see, that's what's interesting, is there's no, okay, there's power in 85, which doesn't make sense. And then there's power in 87, and that's weird, because if we check over here, I don't know if this is still humming. It probably is. Here, we'll plug it back in. That, I think that's part of our clue, because here, watch this. See, we've got this plug to our actuator here. Watch this. So we unplug the throttle body actuator. Watch this. Both of these terminals are going to light up, which is really weird. Okay, there's 1 and 2. So why is that? Why do we have power going to both of those? I'm not sure on that, but that kind of makes sense when we look at the relay and we've got power So we got power on here on 85. Okay, and here on 87. So why are both of those being powered? That's screwed up right there, and I wish we could figure that out. And I guess when I do, I'll let you know. But at the moment, I can't figure it out. Yeah. Woe is me, my friend. Woe is me. But it is very interesting. There's our AC relay. The whole... yeah. I kind of wish we hadn't even looked at the crazy AC now, honestly. It's like, alright, so here's our 30 on that. We'll pull out the fuel pump too and show you that one. Okay, so there's power on 86. And nothing there. So, if I understand correctly, I think we're good on that one. And nothing. So only 30 in there. So it's kind of weird. And you can do the test too, where like I would have Bear hold the key, and it would kind of give us an idea. What would be nice to know is I could figure out how to jump one of these for the ignition. That would be interesting. So, anyways, this is my wine fest. I didn't even have a glass. I don't drink. But that's the wine fest. I just made a new joke, Bear. This was my wine fest. I didn't even have a drink, but I don't drink anyways. So that was my joke that you just came out on.
Okay.
All right. So you know, right now I'm kind of disgusted. Well, I'm kind of disgusted with myself. Yeah. I mean, to think about, 4 months of prep, and then 4 weeks of actual installing, and then in a matter of 6 hours on a this Tuesday, and now we can't even start it, and I don't know where to look. That's kind of frustrating. So yeah, what will become of Myles, I don't know. I did have don't tell anybody, but I did have one late night musing about it, where I was thinking of it would be nice just to push it down a hill in front of a train. But yeah, and that's unreasonable, but it did, yeah, I did think that. So, don't send people with the white coats. I don't need that. I don't need that yet. I'm good. I'm fine. I don't take any medication. So, I'm fine. But anyways, whenever we find this out, we'll let you know. If we find it out, here's a linkable fuse, I think. Alright, I'm going to keep playing with this because apparently there's nothing else to do and it's raining. My dry workspace is covered up here, so. Alright, I'm done whining. Whenever you watch this, hope your day is going great. If, please let me know if your day is going worse than mine, to help me keep me real. So, nothing to complain about though. I mean, got Corvette mug with coffee, so. Alright, chat you later.